Oh boy, I did not think we'd be back here. But hey, I found another video talking about this guy's uh coffee company again, because fuck this guy and his coffee company. So let's just get to it. And wow, what flattering first frame. Oh wow. Okay, let's just
This is
go.
one of the weirdest interactions with a lefty journalist that I've ever had in my life. Apparently,
Why do you still have hair all over you? Do you not have a lint roller? Can you not afford a lint roller out of your millions of dollars? And of course, it starts with lefty stuff.
he infiltrated my coffee company and has totally exposed me to the likes of almost 70,000 likes on Twitter.
Huh.
People were letting me know about this thread and how it was going viral, and I was like, "What's going on?" Pretty straightforward and honest about it. This is what's so weird. It's like, why do people care so much? Why are they trying to destroy an American company?
Why do you care so much that one person made a tweet? Why does one tweet from one random troll get you so worked up and hurt but hurt? It's so pathetic.
I've got like 15 US, American employees. We buy our packaging from America.
Oh yes, going for the good old think of the small independent company card. And of course, only his com only his company matters. Only his employees matter right now. We should only think of them.
We buy almost everything we use from America. There's obviously some exceptions because,
Yes. There's the exceptions are almost everything. But, we won't let your dumbass brain dead audience know that.
I can't buy Ethiopian coffee from America. I
Oh shit.
can't buy Colombian coffee from America. It's kind of hard to do that.
No, but you could buy Hawaiian beans. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. But I guess that doesn't really matter.
Kona coffee is from Hawaii. We're going to be offering that soon, but Kona coffee has
Oh, small steps. I'll give you a small applause, but small steps. But why aren't you throwing it straight away?
never been a big demanded product for me. Um,
Jeremy, none of your products are big in demand. That's why you're in debt, supposedly. Supposedly in debt of $300,000 because no one wants your products. No one wants your $100 freeze-dried strawberries.
American coffee is just not an industry that America is involved in because of its climate. Any idiot knows that. But this psycho went into my
Mm, they're psycho for making a tweet. How dare they make a tweet?
customer service. You guys all know Maggie.
Yes, we all know Maggie. We all know Maggie firsthand. First name basis, we all are.
Submitted a fake ticket as this weird gotcha, and it like completely makes no sense. And it's back.
So he wasted your time. He wasted poor Maggie's time. That seems like a pretty good gotcha. I don't know, on AW on his part.
Fired on him because I'm going to use him to first of all, I'm going to give Maggie a bonus for having to deal with this weirdo.
Oh no, you're giving her a bonus for doing her job as customer service. Damn, easiest damn job in the world right there. But then you have to put up with this grifter as your boss, so probably not worth it.
But second of all, I'm going to sell a bunch of coffee off of his dumbass. So
Mm. There it is. This is what it's all about. Drifting and straight into buying my crappy product. Please, I beg you. Like, it's at least he's not pretending.
Apparently, I run a sweatshop.
Oh, you run a sweatshop, do you? Well, that's good for you to admit. I mean, yeah, good for you to admit.
This is Derek Guy, 1.3 million followers. There's 150,000 likes. Says I use a sweatshop. Of course, this is a libel statement.
No, that's not liable. You can't. No.
I do not use sweatshops, obviously.
Obviously, no one's taking that seriously. Dumb fuck.
If it mattered to me, could I force him to take it down? Yeah, probably. But I'd rather do this.
Oh, what? You'd lawyer up, would you? Oh. And I thought you were in debt. Something's not adding up.
I'm going to leave a link in the description. You can also just go to Amazon and type in Coffee Brand Coffee.
Who is buying this crap? Seriously, who is buying this stuff? And I like how he's just casually docks part of his address. I find that funny. But who's spending $100 on that?
Mother's Day gift boxes are here. What I need is for people to pick
Like,
it up
why?
now, and then the second they get it, take a picture, come back and leave a review. I'm calling on my hardcore supporters for that. I know it's early for the Mother's Day gift box, but I need to get reviews, so hopefully normies.
Wait, if it's not sent out yet,
Take a picture, come back and leave.
if it's not out yet, then why are there some reviews?
A review.
Strange.
I'm calling on my
Very
hardcore
strange.
supporters for that. I know it's early for the Mother's Day gift box, but I need to get reviews, so hopefully normies can come.
Normies are not going to touch political driven. Why? That's just delusional. Why would a normie come and get your coffee over all of the coffee that's on Amazon that's cheaper, more affordable, and is probably equal or better quality than yours? Why would they go for the considerably more expensive option? No, you can't believe that.
For everyone else, I'm linking the main store. Everything's in stock. We have flavored coffee, we have unflavored coffee, so our normal coffee, right? The whole beans out of stock till like tomorrow. All of our K cups are in stock, including the brand new butterscotch toffee. I'm calling on everyone to help me get to 1,000 reviews. I'm only 225 away on K cups and like 250 away on ground.
Why though? Why is this stuff? Honestly. Just why?
Coffee. Pick up our medium roast, or our blueberry, or our new butterscotch toffee, or our dark roast, or our strawberry. Everything's in stock. Free next day shipping.
Well, cherry gold also in stock, but I guess that don't matter.
Nobody's offering that in the coffee space. And then take a picture and come back and leave a review, or even
Wow, begging people for reviews. That has to be a next level thing. Like, really, begging people for a review. I can't imagine doing that.
Let me get to this psycho, and then hopefully you'll decide.
Ah, yes, back to a psycho.
You want to support the company against this crap. Because now my customer service department's overwhelmed from people.
Overwhelmed by one person. Damn. And you say customer service department, but it's literally just one person at a desk doing nothing.
Emailing because this guy thought it would be funny to look, the email address is public. That's fine. So all of this is because I made fun of Nike. So the Nike stock tanked because they make all their shoes in Vietnam. There is a tariff in Vietnam. So Nike stock tanked.
Right.
Nike also donates, I think, $40 million a year, 40 million to BLM and other Marxist causes. So
Marxist causes. BLM is Marxist. Marxist. That's a great way to just turn all the brains off on your dumbass audience. They hear Marxist and that's just a trigger word for them. And I love how uh, he's saying it's fine to do this to Nike, but you do it to his company, and wow, how awful.
I don't care if Nike goes away tomorrow. They don't employ many Americans. They literally use sweatshops. I literally don't. So all of this, like the left got triggered because I said they should probably make their products in America,
What, like you don't?
which is a very reasonable thing to say if they don't want to get tariffed. Now, I can't make Colombian coffee beans in America because they come from Colombia. I can't make Ethiopian coffee beans because they come from Ethiopia. You get the idea. And yes, I am, because of that, paying a tariff. I'm paying a tariff on almost all of my coffee beans. Guess what I'm not doing? I'm eating that. I'm not passing it on to the customer.
I forget how boring this guy's voice is. That's what I do for you guys.
It sucks, but it's just less money right now because I don't have an option.
Oh, boo hoo.
I can't get
The poor millionaire has to spend even more money, even though apparently he's also in debt and desperately needs you to spend $100. Let's face it, he's not running a business. He's running a goddamn charity. The only people who are spending money into his crappy businesses are doing it because they watch his YouTube and they want to support his movement or whatever. It is not a viable, valid business.
Colombian coffee beans from America. That's the reality. So he emails Maggie, my customer service person, and says, I'm interested in purchasing one of your shirts. Can you let me know who makes them? Now, by the way, I don't sell t-shirts. I've sold like 2 coffee brand coffee t-shirts, maybe 3. They were just like this thing we printed up at one time. By the way, one guy got arrested wearing them, so shout out to him. But like,
Yes, shout out to a criminal. I mean, it seems on brand for you. So, sure.
we don't sell t-shirts, we sell coffee. So
Well, apparently you also sell a lot of other random garbage that isn't coffee, so who can really be sure anymore?
she responds, by the way, super professional response, really good response. Hey, Derek, thanks for reaching out. The brand is Gildan, made in Nicaragua, 50% cotton, 50% polyester, dry blend. Let me know if you have any other questions. By the way, total waste of her time. So he thought
I mean,
to
yeah.
get a Twitter own, he wasted her time. Obviously,
I mean, yeah, that was a W on his end. You got your time wasted by a troll. And yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good own for him. I mean, just get mad, I guess.
he wasn't interested in buying the shirt. And I don't give a
Get
shit about, sorry,
mad.
I don't care about selling shirts. One day I tried to do merch, no one bought it. I don't care. I don't care. So he wasted my customer service department's time so that he could post
Yeah, and that's funny.
that, by the way, we use Gildan. We didn't print our own t-shirts. Some place in America printed it. Gildan t-shirts are like the most popular t-shirt that anybody uses to print. I also never said the shirt was made in America. All of this, so that it's a complete lie.
Why are you getting so triggered over it, though? Just ignore it. Not a big deal. Unless it is. because you've got such a fragile ego. But no, that'd never be the case. Surely.
The whole thing, like the whole op, is a complete lie. I never said,
Oh, it's an op. It's an op now. Damn.
that like my stuff was made in America. Any idiot knows that I'm paying tariffs on Colombian coffee because it comes from Colombia, or Ethiopian coffee, or Vietnamese coffee. I'm paying the same tariff everyone else is. Unlike
Okay.
a lot of people, I'm
Okay, good for you.
not passing it on to the customer.
Yeah, but your shit is still so way overpriced. The profits are already astronomical. So that's not really a gold star.
Every t-shirt that you can choose from a t-shirt printing shop is either Hanes or Gildan. All right, he knew that. It's his job to tell men whether or not to not wear brown pants and a black belt. That's his job. He is a writer on menswear. He also challenged somebody else to a fight over this, which is weird and cringe. So
I mean, getting emotional over this is also really goddamn weird and cringe. That you get emotional over the most crappy stuff.
and then he goes on. So of course now I'm like, well, what's going on here? So then he says, may I ask why you don't use USA grown coffee beans, such as Kona beans from Hawaii? Well, we've never had a demand for Kona. It's extremely expensive. It's already hard enough at a small company to sell $20 bags of coffee. Try selling $40 bag.
No one would spend $20, and clearly no one is spending $20 for a bag of coffee. Because, yeah, no one's buying your crap. And no one should buy your crap.
And by the way, we will offer Kona brands. We will. If we have a demand for Kona, I'll offer it. This entire
There's no demand for anything. Try and sieve that no one wants anything you've got.
this is like the left's whole thing. It's completely disingenuous.
It's an attack by the left on the poor right wing grifters charity. How horrible.
What do you mean? Of course we've had Kona coffee in our roaster's choice. I'm almost certain. I'm not
Doubt.
specifically not offering Kona coffee, but he knows that. But this is the left. He's like so pro tariff that like.
Wait. If he's left, wouldn't he be anti-tariff? Aren't you pro-tariff? Aren't you pro-tariff, Jeremy? Coming from the man who famously gave this banger of a tweet. You do not need the new iPad. You do not need the new cell phone. You do not need the new video game console. You want them. Well, you do not need the coffee company. You do not need the coffee. You want them. So stop being a huge hypocrite and just whining like a bitch.
This is what he's doing. So, again, before I show again more stuff, please do go to my Amazon store and buy some of our products that are made right here in the US of A. All of our coffee is packaged, shipped. Yes, obviously Colombian coffee doesn't come from America, otherwise it'd be called American coffee. So some of his hot takes are just legendary.
Okay, but who cares? What has this got to do with your company?
So obviously, no, I don't use sweatshops. That hasn't done well. So I've used, that to sell Mother's Day gift boxes.
That's all it's about. All it is about is your coffee.
If your company was 100% based in America, why did you mention your Thorth from all over the world? Why that your T-shirt was made overseas? Suddenly, the left is extremely worried about the T-shirts that I sell because all of this relates back to this tweet where I said, you do not need.
Yeah. The tweet of you being a massive hypocrite.
Need an iPad, the new iPad. You do not need the new cell phone. You do not need the new video game console. You want them. This is one of the most like insane reactions, from the left to the tariffs.
I mean, the comments on there is pretty goddamn good and very on point.
They want to, like, he also calls me a nationalist. I'm fine with things being produced abroad. I try to buy ethically produced things where I can, but I also don't run companies. You do. You said that Nike should move production back to the US. Would you be interested in doing so? Again,
I mean, that's a very valid point. Maybe you should just shut your mouth for once.
I do produce it in America. Like, this is the level of disingenuous. And then, by the way, that got 11,000 likes. So these idiots are filling out my inbox and wasting my customers.
I don't know how much of this voice I can keep going on with. It's just so dull. And that's about it.
Service time, um, you know, leaving bad reviews, all this stuff.
Oh no. For bad reviews, whatever shall you do? I feel so terrible for you. Get a goddamn grip. Bro, spine.
Trying to ruin my company, trying to ruin my business because
If your business is affected or ruined by a single tweet from one random nobody, then it's not really a company in the first place, is it? I mean, yeah, like I said before, it feels more like a charity than a company. It's just, you might as well just have a donation box, and that'd look better.
I stood with Donald Trump on tariffs. That's what all of this is because I said the tariffs are a good thing. They're trying to destroy my company. I don't
Sure.
understand it. Like, what do you mean? I literally do produce everything in America. 10,000 likes, hundreds of thousands of impressions. Like, what is he?
I love how badly Jeremy got ratioed, though. Just funny. That is a massive ratio.
What is it? What does this dork even mean? Right? What is he talking about? I, you know, this is like everything he's saying is literally like, is this because you source from sweatshops so the profit margins are high? What is he talking about? I've sold like three. I'm a coffee company, not a t-shirt company. By the way, I will continue to use Gildan all I want. Good save, Maggie. It's mail time, and Maggie just saved a Huck outburst. See, that's Maggie.
I think we've gone off topic now. I'm just bored of this guy and his voice. But yeah. Ordering, bitching, and whining about one person tweeting about his company. He's crying and trying to shill his $100 charity donations. But hey, nothing stops, nothing changes. See ya.